The world of Apple never slows down, and 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most important years in recent memory. We now have major leaks surrounding the M5 iPad Pro along with new reports that iOS 26 is addressing frustrating problems that have been plaguing the iPhone 17 lineup. If you thought the September event was the peak of Apple's announcements, think again. October is where the fireworks really begin. Let's start with the M5 iPad Pro leaks. Multiple reports and actual hands-on unboxings have revealed that Apple's thinnest product ever is about to get a serious internal boost. The M5 chip is the star of the show, delivering around 12% faster CPU multi-core performance and up to 36% faster GPU graphics performance compared to the M4 version. That's not just a small step forward, it's a meaningful leap that transforms the iPad Pro into a laptop-class device that can finally take on heavy multitasking, advanced 3D rendering, and console-level gaming. Even more surprising is the increase in memory. The 256GB model now comes with 12GB of RAM, up from the 8GB that Apple shipped just one generation ago. That change alone opens up more breathing room for creative professionals working in apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic, Procreate, and Blender. The design remains ultra-thin at just 5.1mm, keeping its crown as Apple's slimmest device. Some may be disappointed that the overall shape hasn't changed drastically, but Apple has shifted its attention to usability. One of the biggest rumors that has now essentially been confirmed is the addition of a second front-facing camera. This new lens allows for properly centered video calls whether the iPad is held in portrait or mounted in landscape inside a Magic Keyboard. For years, users have complained that the iPad Pro's camera placement felt awkward during Zoom or FaceTime calls, and Apple has finally responded. This is one of those subtle quality-of-life improvements that could make a huge difference for professionals and students relying on the iPad for remote work and learning. But the iPad leaks don't stop there. Recent FCC filings revealed several new product identifiers pointing to both the 11-inch and 13-inch iPad Pro models, in Wi-Fi and cellular versions, that don't match any currently available device. This virtually confirms that Apple is preparing a refresh across the iPad Pro lineup, and the timing makes perfect sense. Every year, Apple pushes iPad hardware to align with its latest silicon, and the M5 chip is no exception. Alongside these filings, the FCC also accidentally leaked a new MacBook Pro model identifier, strongly suggesting that M5 MacBooks are also coming within weeks. The leaks didn't end there. A separate FCC document referenced a head-mounted device that many believe is the upcoming revision of the Apple Vision Pro. This model reportedly carries the same external design but is said to include the M5 chip for improved performance, while still sticking with Wi-Fi 6 rather than Wi-Fi 7. This might disappoint some, but Apple's strategy seems clear: stabilize the Vision Pro platform now, then prepare for a lighter, more affordable Vision Air product rumored for 2027. That way, they can gradually expand their XR ecosystem without overwhelming developers or early adopters. Now let's talk about the software side, because the story here is just as important. Apple has officially rolled out iOS 6.0.1, which addresses one of the most frustrating issues iPhone 17 owners have been reporting since launch: random connectivity dropouts. Users described situations where their iPhone would show full signal bars, but apps like Safari or Instagram acted as if there was no internet connection at all. This bug wasn't limited to one model, it affected the iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Air, and iPhone 17 Pro series. For a company that prides itself on reliability, this was a major headache. The new update claims to squash those bugs once and for all, along with fixing visual artifacts that occasionally appeared in photos captured on the new devices. Connectivity is the lifeblood of a modern smartphone. No matter how powerful the processor is, how advanced the camera system has become, or how bright the display looks, if your device randomly drops internet connections, it feels broken. Apple seems to have recognized the urgency, pushing out iOS 6.0.1 quicker than usual. Many users are already reporting improvements, though as always, time will tell whether the fix fully resolves the issue across all regions and carriers. Looking forward, this October event, or series of staggered announcements via press releases, could be massive. Beyond the M5 iPad Pro and MacBook Pro, Apple is rumored to be readying updates for Apple TV, HomePod Mini, AirTags, and possibly a new studio display. These may not individually warrant a stage presentation, but together they represent Apple's ongoing effort to refresh its entire ecosystem before the holiday season. In many ways, Apple has perfected the art of surprise product drops, and repeating last year's strategy of daily press releases could be exactly what happens again. But what makes this moment particularly fascinating is how the hardware and software threads are interwoven. The M5 iPad Pro leak reminds us of Apple's relentless pursuit of pushing the boundaries of thinness and performance, while the iOS 26 fix underscores the reality that software stability is just as crucial as headline-grabbing specs. The combination of these reveals paints a clear picture. Apple wants its ecosystem firing on all cylinders before the end of the year. And yet, the conversation isn't just about Apple. The leaks coincided with other tech updates like the release of Logitech's MX Master 4 mouse, now with new haptic feedback and a harder plastic shell, signaling how accessory makers are continuing to innovate alongside Apple's ecosystem. Adobe also made waves by bringing Premiere Pro to iOS as a free mobile app, complete with multi-track editing support that rivals desktop-class software. And even the gaming world had something fresh to show with Ride Pods, a quirky motorcycle game that uses AirPods as head motion controllers. These smaller stories may not grab the headlines like an M5 iPad Pro leak, but together, they reflect the sheer vibrancy of the tech industry heading into 2026. Ultimately, what does this mean for you as a user? If you're considering upgrading your iPad, the M5 model could be the most future-proof version yet, balancing ultra-thin design with significantly more power and memory. If you own an iPhone 17 and have been frustrated by connectivity issues, installing iOS 6.0.1 may finally restore confidence in your device. And if you're simply a tech enthusiast, buckle up, because October 2025 might go down as one of the busiest, most consequential months in Apple's history. This is not just about one leak or one update, it's about a broader shift in how Apple continues to shape the way we work, create, connect, and play. The pieces are falling into place: M5 iPads and Macs, iOS 26 stability, a potential Vision Pro refresh, and the promise of more ecosystem updates just around the corner. Whether you're a professional creator, a casual user, or someone who just loves new tech, the months ahead are going to be exciting.